Reading books is an essential, a really integral part of self-improvement. If you aren't reading books, then you are losing in life. Because no matter how much you do things, you will lack the knowledge to do the essential things. For example, you want to learn about, no, like exercising. You want to learn about different body weight training programs. So you can either watch the videos on YouTube or you can either read a book. Now, why choose reading over watching YouTube videos or reading blogs? The thing is, a book is a detailed guide. It goes deep into a certain topic. For example, there is a book written on how to make friends and influence people. It is about socialization and how to, improve your social life. The book goes deep inside social life and how to make friends, and that is why reading is essential and integral for your self-improvement. But the difficult part is people start reading books and then they leave reading it. People just start reading books for a few days and then they leave it. Like for example, someone starts reading book day 1, day 2, day 3, they read books, and day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10. Then after they remember, oh no, I need to read books, and then they go and pick up another book to read. Now this cycle continues on and it can't develop the essential habit of reading daily. And in this video, I'll be sharing with you the 3 easy step process that will help you inculcate a daily reading habit in your life. So without wasting your time, let's get on to the step 1. Step 1 is reading a book that you find genuinely interesting. Now, for example, you are someone who is interested in shoes. Like there was a friend of mine, like, the Instagram influencer, his name is Chirag, and he is the founder of Books My Refuge. He started reading books because he loved shoes and he was a sneakerhead. So he started reading the book Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. And he was fascinated by that book. He was fascinated by how the shoe industry originated and all of that stuff. And so he started reading more and more. And that's what got him to start reading. Like, the problem is that people tell you to read certain books, like 100 books to read before you die, like 5 books to read before you are born, 5 books to read before you turn 20, like all of that set. And you just think, oh no, I need to read just 5 books before I turn 20, and you go and read them, but you don't like it because you're not genuinely interested in those books. For example, there is someone who is interested in basketball, so they would love the book The Black Mamba Mentality by Kobe Bryant. But most people tell them to read, read Rich Dad and Poor Dad. Why would they? They're not interested in making money. They're not interested in getting rich. They just want to be like their favorite basketballer. They want to learn from Kobe Bryant. Why would I stop them from doing that? So the thing is, everyone has different, intentions for reading books. Everyone has different desires, genuine curiosities, and everyone is completely fucking different. So it's acceptable that you only need to read books that you are genuinely interested in. So if a book genuinely interests you, if you are really excited to read the book, then only read that book. Otherwise, please don't go through the hassle of reading that book, because you will regret that book. You will regret reading that book. Now, on to the step number 2. Now, step number 2 is pretty straightforward. Even if you read a book, even if you pick up a book that is completely interesting, it might happen that the storytelling in that book is not quite that good. It might happen that the book, the way that book is written, does not resonate with you. There are a lot of things that might happen even after you pick the book. And at any moment, if you feel like you're just pushing yourself to read that book because there is this mentality in your head that you need to complete a book from start to finish because the school has taught you to do so, because if you don't complete a book from start to finish, you're going to fail in your exams. And that mentality stays with you when you are also reading self-improvement books or self-help books. And you need to get rid of that mentality. You need to just fucking drop that book. Drop the book that you don't find interesting. Like, the book that cannot hold your attention does not deserve your attention. It is the task of the author to hold your attention throughout the book. And there are so many books that fascinately do this. Atomic Habits, The Almanac of Naval Ravikant, The 4-Hour Work Week, The Millennium Fast Lane, all of those books hold your attention from the start to the finish. And that's why those books are bestsellers. Everyone loves those kind of books. And not many people drop those kind of books. That's why if you genuinely at any point feel like you're dragging yourself through to complete the book, to completely read the book, just drop that book. And there is nothing wrong with dropping a book. You have just, there is that psyche that told you, if I drop my book, I'm gonna fail. Because in school, if you don't read the book completely, you're going to fail in your exams. and that same mentality carries out in your brain when you read any kind of books. So just know that dropping self-improvement or self-help books is completely healthy. It is actually a better thing, because you don't want to read the book that you're not genuinely interested in. Because why read books when there are thousands of books that you can be reading that would hold your attention, that you would be genuinely interested in? Why would you read something that you're not curious about? Why would you read something that you're not actually interested in, and you are just pushing yourself to read that book? Now step number 3, repeat. Fucking repeat this step again and again for every book that you read. Step number 1, pick up a book that you find interesting. Step number 2, drop the book that you find uninteresting. Step number 3, repeat. Now by doing these 3 simple things, you can develop a reading habit like really easily. Because when you pick up a book you find interesting, you just keep reading it. Like the book might be so interesting that you just keep reading it and finish it in a few days. But it so might happen that the book is not interesting and you just drop it and pick up another book that you like to read. And then you and then you repeat that process again and again. Step number 1, step number 2, you just keep repeating that again and again and again. And boom, reading books has become a habit for you. Isn't it interesting that how just doing simple things, just tweaking your mindset and doing just simple things can help you a habit for a lifetime? So that's for today's video, and if you like today's video, subscribe to us, because here we help young men become the best version of themselves. So see you in another video, and until then, have a great time.